Russia invaded Ukraine as I started to study stones in the Bible. And throughout the invasion, I vacillated between feeling helpless and feeling distraught. Helpless because I felt like the world was so fragile, subject to evil's whims, and distraught because those images of Ukrainian children stumbling across the border at Poland, it broke my heart. The sounds of toddlers crying out for their daddies and whimpering after a long, harrowing journey, it was too much to bear. So the day before the invasion, I was looking up every single time the word stone or rock shows up in the Bible. The next day, the whole world seemed unprotected, vulnerable, and defenseless. It felt like the ground beneath my feet was sinking sand. Catastrophic, irreparable damage. And what I needed most during this season of my life was to remember that God is faithful. His character is solid as a rock, and I can build my life on the sure foundation of Jesus, who never cracks under pressure. I needed the God described by the psalmist, who is a stronghold, a refuge, the rock of my salvation, the rock of my protection. And so after some digging in the scriptures, I was reminded that the Rock of Ages, the one true living God, is still on his throne. And Jesus, the cornerstone of my faith, is the surest evidence of God's faithfulness. And he is still in the business of building his invincible kingdom, a kingdom that is never threatened by evildoers or by evil. And so in this Stones Bible study, it's going to guide you through Bible stories where stones show us how to build our faith. And they will lead us to Jesus, the one for whom the stone was rolled away. In the Stones Bible study, we're going to explore 5 different places in the Bible. We're going to look at Genesis, where stones connect Jacob to God and God's call on his life. We're going to be in Exodus, where stones point Moses to God's enduring covenant with a stubborn and disobedient people. We're going to be in Joshua, where Joshua instructs God's people to build an altar with stones of remembrance. And we're going to be in Matthew at the very end, where a stone is rolled away to represent the power of the resurrected Christ. And last, we'll be in 1 Peter, where stones convey our purpose as living stones, commissioned to live out God's purpose in the world. If you're struggling to find a sure footing in your faith, if you're longing for security, protection, refuge, this Bible study will guide you to a hiding place in God. You'll find the safety that you long for in your mightiest fortress, Jesus. Together, we're going to study the bedrock principles of our faith. We're going to look at the bedrock of Jacob, Moses, Joshua, Jesus, and the church. And you're going to find in this storyline of rocks and stones, they're not just random details captured by the Bible's authors. Stone imagery in the scriptures, it can build our faith in the same way that stones were used to build altars and memorials of worship. So if you need God's faithfulness to be the bedrock of your faith, this Bible study is for you.